Okay, so wait. Okay. So, hello, my fellow comic book collectors. Oh, wait. Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is hopefully going to work. We're doing this on Zoom, and I have a guest with me. It's Mark. Mark Oldroyd. I hope
Correct.
I'm
Yeah,
pronouncing that
good.
correctly. Wow, finally. I actually say something correctly. Usually I say the wrong pronunciations for everything. So he's going to be my guest today. I really love his channel. His channel is sadly under followed. He really needs a lot more subscribers.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this now, please subscribe to his channel. I'm going to link his channel in the description. So definitely check it out. And his channel is where you're going to want to go to see the second half of this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to do several things throughout this video where we're going to show some cool comics, play some games, and show some specs. And you're going to see it on 2 channels. So definitely stay tuned for that. So without further ado, I'm going to let Mark introduce himself and say a little bit more about himself.
Thanks very much, Alan. And thank you for inviting me to your channel. That's great. Yeah, I'm based in the UK, and unfortunately we don't have as many comic collectors over here as we have in the States. So, and I've only had my channel running for about 3 or 4 months. So I just hit over 60 subscribers today, which is great for me. But yeah, I've been collecting comics. You can see I'm a bit older than you. So I've been collecting comics for 50 years, effectively. Yeah, I started buying comics sort of back in the early 70s, and I would buy them up in the north of England at a market stall for a few pennies, literally. And then I used to go to school, and I used to have to cross London to get to school down south. And I found a specialist comic shop, and I used to sell the comics, which I bought for a few pennies, for a few pounds. Oh, nice. And one of the comics that I bought at the time was an Amazing Spider-Man #1, which I bought, believe it or not, for 5 pennies, and wow. I sold it for £10. So at the time,
that's a pretty good markup. Actually.
It was an amazing markup, and it was a huge amount of money to me at the time. But I wish now I hadn't sold it. So that's a little bit. That's a little bit about me.
That's very cool. That's very cool. So so we should get into it. How do you want to do this? Do you want to do the cover one first?
Yeah, we'll do the cover. So we're both going to show 3 comics where we really like the covers. Yeah. So do you want to go? We'll do this alternately.
So yeah, I'll show one of mine.
Yeah.
Of course, I put it at the bottom of the, like I put a stack of comics and then I put it at the very bottom, of course, you know how that works. So these ones are kind of interesting. I really like this cover. It's a modern cover. It's not a pricey one. It's
an Archie.
Take it out of the bag so you can see it a little bit better. It's a green cover.
Yeah, it's an Archie.
It's Archie comic, Afterlife with Archie #1.
Okay, right, cool.
And it's a nice lingerie kind of, Betty's.
Yeah, I love that. It's lovely.
And it's just like the zombies coming in. It's just a really, I don't know. It's just a really cool comic.
Oh no, I'm going to have to go and find that now.
It's just it's one of my favorite covers, and it's it's a book. I paid $100, and it's slabbed and signed. So that gives you the price range of this thing. It's not a pricey book, but it's just
really
one of my favorite covers.
I like it. I'm going to have to go and find it now. This is the problem with watching these channels.
Yeah. You end up buying way too much stuff. Yeah.
Okay, my next one. It's a good girl art type thing, and these 3, which I'm going to show, I bought them all in the last week. So, but I bought them because of the covers. So the first one is this Zatanna. It's Adam Hughes artwork, and I just think it is beautiful. I really like
to get that book.
It is so nice.
It's a great cover. I love Zatanna, and that's just an amazing cover.
And I'm really pleased to have, I mean, I don't collect Zatanna normally, but this cover just.
Yes. Yeah. I've been trying to get the full series. That's the one from the series that I don't have.
Okay. It's the only one I've got.
You're like breaking my heart over here. It's
Oh,
like
I'm sorry. I'm going to go out and find that Archie comic, although I suspect I won't find it in the UK. I'll have to buy it in the States.
Yeah, it's just how it works. I mean, it's the same with me being in Canada. It's like you got to buy it from the States, but oh well. So my next one is this one.
Oh, I've seen that before.
It's another Archie one. I just love it. It's an innuendo cover. It's it's the Bob Montana art. Just really great golden age Archie. And it's probably the most famous, I would say, most famous cover from Archie, even. It's really great to have it in my collection. It's like
it's really, it's really nice.
It's just so sweet looking.
And I bet that was more expensive than the first one, even though it's a 4.0.
Yes, much more expensive. Actually, it's gone up even since I bought it. It's kind of one of those ones that's kind of crazy. I think it's doubled in price since I bought it even. It's just so crazy.
Okay. Right. Okay. So the next one, actually, this next one is due to you because you were on Night Tiger. You were with Night Tiger. So I watched a couple of his videos. And he showed this comic on one of his videos, and I just fell in love with the cover, and I had to go out and get my own copy.
Okay.
This is down to you, this one. So
okay. Cool.
And and again, I don't collect this comic, but I loved the cover. So it's this Aquaman, number 40, and it's actually got the first artwork of Jim Aparo in it. But but the cover is, I just love that.
He did a bunch of covers. I have that one as well. He did a bunch of covers, and they're all really amazing. Just highly underrated.
Look at that. I mean, and this wasn't expensive, and it's in really good condition as well, this. So yeah, really pleased to pick that up. I just fell in love with it. When I saw him show it, I just said, I've got to find that. Yeah,
it's crazy. Those ones, he did like about 4 or 5 covers, I think. And they're all like stunning. And you can get them for like $20.
Yeah.
It's like so crazy. It's like really underrated. Just amazing art. Yeah, I love those ones. Where's the last one? One second. Yeah. Oh yeah, here it is. This one, I think a lot of people like. I feel like there's a theme going on with good girl art. So
my last one isn't good girl art.
So this is another one, a different. Like I'm doing all the different ages. Like I did golden age, I did modern, and now we're doing in between. Silver Age. Oh,
that is glorious. I've seen that.
This is just one of my favorite covers. Something about it, just a beautiful flow to it. I don't know. I wish it was a higher grade, but it's just a stunning cover. I just really love it. I used to always have it like sort of right in front of me that I just stare at it every day. It was true.
I think I don't know if it was you who showed that before, but when I saw it, I thought that is just it's modern art.
Yeah, Showcase presents number 79. So definitely one you can look for. It's not that pricey. There is a fan base for that specific comic. Yeah. It's one of those ones where if you go to some comic shops, they won't know, and you can pick it up cheaply because it's not like it's got like anything super famous in it. It's a first appearance, but of a not a main character, right? So yeah, just a really great book.
Right, this next one I actually bought yesterday.
Okay, cool.
And I paid £3 for it. Okay.
Oh wow.
So this is when your specialism, I know, is seduction of the innocent, and you collect that. So you've gone down that rabbit hole. This is the rabbit hole I've gone down. This is that is right. So you're looking at that and thinking, what on earth is that?
It's Mr. Tails.
So the cover there, that is the cover. That is a reproduction of the cover of Amazing Spider-Man 70, but it says Sinister Tales on it.
Yeah.
This was from 1959 to 1989. There was a guy in England who had the rights to reproduce Marvel comics, Archie comics, American comics, and Charlton comics in the UK. And he produced about 7 or 8 titles. Sinister Tales was one of them. and he would reproduce American comics in these issues. And they were worth nothing. You know, they were bought by kids to read and thrown away, and they were in market stalls and things. But recently, these have begun to take off because he produced the covers of Fantastic Four #1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a load of the classic Marvel covers. And now they're getting, you know, because if you want a Fantastic Four #1 in any grade, you're about $6,000 in the pocket, aren't you? Even for grade 1, you know, so you can pick up one of these, you know, with a Fantastic Four #1 for a couple of £100. And, you know, this one, the guy did not know what he was selling, because I could sell this tomorrow. These have now started taking off. I could sell this tomorrow for £100, £200. But I bought it for £2 because the guy didn't know what he had.
Well, that's actually what's happening lately is collectors are now going for those different country editions.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because the American edition is always going to be the biggest size, right? Like I have like it used to be that you could get them cheaper if it was a UK edition. Like we treat it like it's like sort of trash. It's UK edition, or Canadian edition would be a little bit cheaper. But now it's flipped the other way, where those are the more expensive, the more sought after ones.
Well, interestingly, I went on to CBCS. They've now started their own census, and they're actually recording UK price variants separately, which CGC don't do. And I was looking at Silver Surfer #1, and they graded 250 odd Silver Surfer #1s. One of which out of the 250 was a UK price variant.
Yeah, see, that's when collectors go, oh, well, that one is the one we should get. So I have an early Amazing Spider-Man that's a UK edition. I paid like $200 or $300 cheaper because it was a UK edition. Now it's probably the other way around.
I think that's going to change, because now the census data is going to show. It's like the newsstand edition thing, isn't it? You know, if 90%, you know, if only 10% was newsstand, the newsstand is more valuable. If only 10% was UK pricing, which should be the more valuable?
And they have the same date too.
No,
like
they were printed at exactly the same time. The argument is actually that the UK ones were printed first, because they had to get shipped out to the UK, and actually the UK ones have got better print quality, and were actually the first ones.
Okay, so the argument for Canadian ones is the opposite. Whenever they printed stuff in Canada, even though we were known for paper, they would use the lowest grade paper. But actually, it makes them more scarce, which is kind of interesting. Like the quality is really bad. Like a good example is Sensation Comics. You get the Canadian editions, and it's like really thin paper, and they just usually fell apart. So to find a high grade one is almost impossible. So it's kind of interesting.
Kind of the opposite,
Okay. All the difference with the country ones. So what was next?
Guess who?
Guess who? Okay, so do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay,
so cool. If you get, I'm going to be impressed if you get this. Okay. So I'm going to give you some clues.
Okay.
So it's Cage 13.
Oh, wow.
And this has got the first comic appearance of a character. Now, I'm being specifically here saying it's a comic appearance, because he did appear in his own graphic novel before this, but this is his first cameo comic appearance.
Is it related to Cage? Not at all.
I'll give you another clue.
Okay.
He's going to be appearing in a movie releasing tomorrow. Well, it's releasing tomorrow in the UK. I don't know when it releases in the US.
Is that the one with Black Widow?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not saying Taskmaster or somebody? No. Who else is coming in? Like I'm trying to think of all the characters that are in it. Like it's a guy, right?
It's a guy.
Okay. What's his name? The the father guy with the beard. What's his name? He's from a different comic though. It's not him,
Do you want
right?
me to tell you?
Yeah, sure.
It's a character called Rick Morgan, the Agent.
Oh, okay. I've heard of him. I didn't realize he was going to be in the next Black Widow movie.
He's in the movie, I think, yeah. And
Wow.
I think he's actually going to have a fairly major part in it. And he had his own graphic novel. But
Okay.
after the graphic novel, this was his
This is the first
cameo
Wow.
appearance in a comic. This is really obscure. You know, I don't think
yeah.
people know about this.
It's
But
Cage number 8.
This is his cameo appearance. He appears in here just tied to a chair. Cage 14.
14. Cage
It's his
14.
full first appearance.
Okay. Cool. I'll have to look for that one now.
These are dollar bin comics, of course.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Cage is a pretty dollar bin kind of comic. That's why I didn't know it, actually. Sometimes I don't know the more low end ones, like the ones that you should be able to pick up for a buck. So
that was a really tough one, I have to say. I'm sorry about that.
I was going to give you an easy one. This is like so lame. Okay, so I'm going to do one that you're going to be like, oh, that's really obvious. Again, this is the same idea. Somebody that's appearing in a movie, and I want you to guess, read my mind one. This is
right. Okay, so I'm actually a bit of a fan of the Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also have that comic in graded condition.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
You could be talking about Starro.
Yes, that's right. I see. I was giving you an easy one. I was going to work it way up. You know, like make it a little.
Yeah. So he's fantastic. Starro. Yeah.
Because usually when people see this, they say, you know, Justice League. So I figured, hey, why not?
Yeah. No, it's really funny, isn't it? So I bought that, of course, because it was the first appearance of the Justice League. But actually, it's also the first appearance of Starro.
Yeah. Actually, people were joking about it because, you know, when they did the trailer, they showed Starro featured pretty majorly, right? So, you know, you were like, oh, I got to pick up his first appearance. Well,
yeah, you might find it's a bit pricey.
Bit pricey.
Yeah, because actually, put that back up again. It's really interesting. That appeared a year before Fantastic Four #1. And if you think about it, what's Fantastic Four #1 got on the cover? It's got a team of superheroes fighting a large monster.
Yeah, I know.
Where
it's the
did
same
they get the idea from?
Could be this. Yeah, they supposedly they were friends, the two.
Yeah.
Right. So the other thing is, I heard it was Aquaman's first appearance on cover in the Silver Age.
Really? I didn't know that. Okay.
I think so. I'm don't quote me on that. People will be like checking. They'll be commenting. Well, you're totally wrong. But I think so. I think it's his first appearance in the Silver Age.
Yeah, so you picked a good comic for me there, because actually my original passion was collecting all of the Brave and the Bold.
Oh, okay.
So actually I have the entire Brave and the Bold apart from about 6 issues, but I do have that one.
Wow, that's a pretty major collection.
Yeah.
So okay. So do you have another? So we're going to do it on your channel?
So we'll do my channel, and we'll do the we'll do our introductions again, because my channel won't know you. And and if you come and watch my channel, you'll see both of us show some underrated comics we
have some good specs
that
we can you can get cheaply still, well, somewhat cheaply.
Yeah, mine are not really cheap.
Mine aren't really cheap either, actually. They're cheap for what they are.
Yeah, so, mine are really cheap. Mine will cost you a couple of dollars.
Okay, so we'll have both ends. So definitely everyone that's watching right now, you know, the link will be to his channel to watch the second part of this video. I'm really glad he came onto my channel to do this video. Of course, he had to stump me, make me look bad, but
it was tough. It was tough.
Yours was but it was very cool, very cool. Now he's got me buy some more comics. So check out his video, the second part, and thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe on both of our channels, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.
And thanks, Alan, for inviting me onto your channel. It's been great. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, great. Okay, so we'll pause the recording.
Yeah. How do I pause the recording? Stop recording.